Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hartacre Farm.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Friday edition of Thoroughbred Action, the eve of Fountain of Youth Day here at Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett joining you from the Gulfstream Park Village. Glad to have you with us. 11 races to get to on a fast and firm Friday, and in fact, let's get a closer look at track conditions and weather from Pete Aiello.
We start the Friday program with temperatures in the mid-80s. It's warming up in South Florida this time of year. We have a fast main track, a firm turf course, and a sunny sky. First of 11 over the program on the turf at 5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. A field of 7. The heavily favored runner was number 1, Can't Catch the Racks.
Racing at Gulfstream. From the outside, the speedy Fallen Leaf wins the break and quickly opens 2 on Miss Lamborghini, who comes away in second. Can't Catch the Racks, first race favorite, is out of there third. From fourth, that's Given Fire, then Alyssa and Elisa. Perfect State is second last, and the trailer is Dancing Gia. Look at Fallen Leaf speed away. She's now opened a 6-length lead with less than half a mile to go, and she leads Miss Lamborghini, who's racing in second. On the outside, it's Given Fire third. Can't Catch the Racks is 1-2 and down at the rail fourth. Alyssa and Elisa in the 2-path trying to rally behind a 21-2 opening quarter speed. Then Perfect State and Dancing Gia. To the top of the stretch they run. Fallen Leaf going to go as fast as she can for as far as she can. She's off the turn on top by 4. Miss Lamborghini trying to take up the slack second. Can't Catch the Racks on the outside. And on the far outside, Alyssa and Elisa. Perfect State has an upset possibility as they come past the 16th pole. Now taking the lead is Miss Lamborghini. Perfect State surging at her. Miss Lamborghini, Perfect State, Miss Lamborghini hanging on. Perfect State was second. Third was Can't Catch the Racks. Alyssa and Elisa ran fourth.
Number 1, Can't Catch the Racks, was not up to her best stuff here this afternoon as the upset was on in the form of 4. Miss Lamborghini, who stalked a breakaway leader and got the victory under Tyler Gaffleone for trainer Kathleen O'Connell and owners Dennis Holman and Kathleen O'Connell. Big Bomb, 3, Perfect State for second ahead of the 1, Can't Catch the Racks. She was just even today. She had to settle for third. To the second race at 1 mile over the main track, Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. Scratched the 1, 3, and the 4, so just 4 to the gate. Heavily favored was number 6, Sarah's Day.
And they're off. Midnight Buffet bobbled at the start. From the outside, Lady Player was away well. Sarah's Day is in no particular hurry. Midnight Buffet moves up after the sluggish getaway, and the trailer is up the road. So as they exit the chute, on the outside, Lady Player to the inside at Midnight Buffet. They're now a half a length apart. Sarah's Day getting a good trip as the favorite, racing in third for Prado, and the trailer is up the road. 6 furlongs left to run on the race. It's the second time starter, Lady Player, sent off at 9-2, carves a quarter in just 25-2. She leads by a neck. Midnight Buffet is up the inside second. Sarah's Day racing in third and just biding her time at the 5 furlong point. She's only 3 lengths off the lead, and she's 3 clear of up the road. To the half-mile point they race. Lady Player by a neck. Midnight Buffet second. Sarah's Day third. Up the road's a bit closer at the back with half a mile to go. They swing to the far turn, 50 seconds for the opening half mile. Here's a move from Sarah's Day, moving right now at Lady Player at the far turn run. Up the road is now third for Midnight Buffet in fourth with less than 3/8 of a mile to run. Lady Player on the inside, Olivero gets serious for the first time, and on the outside, Sarah's Day draws right up alongside, and now Sarah's Day puts her neck in front. Lady Player all in, trying to hang with the favorite second. Up the road, a driven third with a quarter of a mile left to go. Sarah's Day 2-5 and looking awfully good. Off the turn, leads it by 2.5. Lady Player tried to go with her. It's now second, back to third and up the road. She's not without hope. Chamafi keeps her to business, and she's trying to straighten up to pose a late threat to Sarah's Day, but there are no threats to Sarah's Day. She's a 2-5 winner. Edgar Prado, Jerry Percino, and Sarah's Day, they score in the second by 3 in the end. Up the road second, Lady Player was third, and then Midnight Buffet, 141-4.
It's an easy and overdue victory for the daughter of New Year's Day, Sarah's Day, who gets some money today under jockey Edgar Prado, trainer Jerry Percino, and owners Neasley River Farm and New Life Stable. 5 up the road, never stopped trying, but had to settle for second ahead of the 7 Lady Player, who set the pace and improved a touch off her career debut. She ran third.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility. People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for race number 3 on the program. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $35,000. Racing a mile on turf. Scratch the 4 Brilliant Dial, a field of 6. Favorites were 1 Crave and 2 Scottish Sky.
And they're off. From the rail, Crave was away well. Up on the outside, Morris Forever is being sent along, and Ladrona is taken in hand to land third. Down at the inside, that's Scottish Sky, and a bit tight while racing a joint fourth. On her outside goes Sunfest, and Brainchild's at the back of the group as they round the first turn. From the outside gate, Morris Forever is now dropped over to the rail to lead the way by a length and a half. Crave is second. Ladrona is third. Scottish Sky at the inside is now fourth. Back to fifth is Sunfest, and the trailer is Brainchild. Separated by about 5 as they roll into the backstretch. They start to back down the speed a bit. The leader is Morris Forever, 3 parts of a length. Crave is in a flanking position behind a 23-2 opening quarter. Scottish Sky in the pink colors at the rail third for Irad Ortiz Jr., a neck in front of Ladrona fourth. Back to fifth in Sunfest, and Brainchild is unhurried under Jose Ortiz. Last of the 6 as they go to the half-mile point. The leader is still Morris Forever. She leads 3 parts of a length. Crave is second. Ladrona getting started 3 wide on the outside third. Back to fourth is Scottish Sky ahead of Sunfest and Brainchild through a 47-1 opening half mile. Around the far turn they go. Morris Forever is under siege. 3 wide Ladrona, 2 wide Crave. Scottish Sky is given the green light but not making any ground yet ahead of Sunfest and Brainchild as they line up 3 across the course with a quarter of a mile left to go. Castellano's working overtime on Ladrona, but she's up to take the lead. On the inside and Morris Forever from between horses Crave. Ladrona now starts to get away. Ladrona by 2.5. Morris Forever's battling Crave for second, but Ladrona's the winner. It will be Ladrona to run up the score inside the final 16th. She'll win it by about 4.5, 5 lengths in the end. Great battle for second that Morris Forever wins over Crave. Sunfest finished fourth.
Nice performance today from the daughter of Bodemeister. Number 4, Ladrona, breaks the maiden in impressive style under jockey Javier Castellano, trainer Brian Lynch, and owners Blue Devil Racing and Hidden Brook Farm. There was 7 Morris Forever, who gamely fought on for second ahead of the 1 Crave, who had to settle for third. To the 4th race at 6 furlongs over the main track, Maiden Claimers in for a $50,000 price tag. A field of 7. The favorites were the bookend horses, the 1 Toothpick and the 7 Hubbada Hubbada Boom.
And they're off. Very awkward start for Game Day Drama, who leapt in the air when they sprung it. Toward the rail, Toothpick gets the first call with Digits moving to challenge. Subfactum is 3 wide and on the attack, and 4 wide is Hubbada Hubbada Boom, racing about 2 lengths off the lead. Then it's a gap of 4 to 1 McCase outside on Game Day Drama, and El Tar is last of all under Luis Saez as they have Toothpick to catch past the half-mile pole. It's Toothpick in front now by a length. Digits is second. Hubbada Hubbada Boom tries to get going from third, back to fourth in Subfactum. Gap of 3 to 1 McCase ahead of Game Day Drama, and still trailing is El Tar. Less than 3/8 of a mile to go, 22-4 for the opening quarter speed. The leader is the gray Toothpick, 3 parts of a length. Digits comes to call second, 3 wide. Hubbada Hubbada Boom now third. Then it's a gap of 6 to 1 McCase and Subfactum, and they're at the top of the stretch. Whip comes out on Digits trying to get to Toothpick. 3 wide. Hubbada Hubbada Boom set down by Castellano. A late run coming from 1 McCase, who's a bit green. Final 1/8 of a mile. Here's Hubbada Hubbada Boom right to the front. Back to second and Toothpick. Late run from 1 McCase, then Digits. 16th to go. It's Hubbada Hubbada Boom in front. Second is Toothpick. Third is 1 McCase, and fourth is Digits in 1:13-2.
All there is to say after today's 4th race is boom, as Hubbada Hubbada Boom gets the victory under Javier Castellano, trainer Eddie Keneally, and homewrecker Staber. Castellano gets his second winner today. Number 1 Toothpick was second ahead of the 4 1 McCase, who ran third. To the 5th race now, and the start of a pick 3, 5.5 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. These are 3-year-old fillies. Scratch the 5 Optimistic Shot, a field of 7. Favorites included number 7, Schianti, and number 2, Stroll Action.
And they're off. Picture perfect beginning. Good start out the rail for Golda, who's heading off for the lead. Grand Lucky Girl has speed. Helen Rose is not far away. Back to fourth in Stroll Action. Away racing in fifth is Schianti, a half length in front of Two Timing Girl, and 3 to the trailer, Queen Lizzie. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. And up front, Helen Rose and Abby Medina now secure the lead. Back to second is Golda. Running on third is Grand Lucky Girl. Held up in traffic, Stroll Action. Schianti trying to get underway on the outside. Gap of 2 to Two Timing Girl, and the trailer remains Queen Lizzie, and the leader remains Helen Rose. Helen Rose past the 5/16 in front, 2.5. Off the fence, Golda's going to try a rebid second. That'll give Stroll Action some room to work. Schianti is wide on the course, widest of all in Two Timing Girl, and they're at the top of the stretch. With the lead, it's still Helen Rose off the turn at 7-1, kicking away from Golda, who's right back at her. Into the clear comes Stroll Action from last. Queen Lizzie's rolling home, and she has a rail run. Look out for Queen Lizzie at a big number. She's rolling at the rail. Helen Rose is in front on the far outside. Two Timing Girl at the rail. It's Queen Lizzie. Here's Queen Lizzie in time at 45-1.
On paper, it looked like there was an opportunity for a closer to be pretty effective in today's fifth race. That ended up being true, but it was a super bomb who closed for the victory. It was 6, Queen Lizzie at 45-1 under Jairo Rendon for the money. Under Jennifer Crinone's tutelage, Daughter of Empire Way is owned by Mark Molina. Number 3, Helen Rose was second. 1, Golda ran third. Time for commercial timeout. The Rainbow Six sequence comes your way right after this.
Go Zepper is pulling away. Go Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Go Zepper kicking clear. Julie the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, 1 mile over the turf. Maiden's for a special weight purse of $50,000. A field of 8 signed on. These were 3-year-olds. Off-time favorites included the 3, Musical Heart, and the 6, Lovesick Kitten.
And they're off. Blowing the brake completely was Laser Loop, 5 or 6 lengths last. Quick start for Isolated with Musical Heart to her inside. Up on the outside, there goes Golden Lion to make it a party. These 3 across the course, racing ahead of Lovesick Kitten with Art Collection at the rail. They're a length and a half in front of the team of Logic and Edge of the Nile. And slow into stride after a subpar start, Laser Loop is last of all and at least 15 lengths off the lead of Golden Lion. Golden Lion turns into the first turn on top and opening now with a 5-length advantage over Musical Heart second. Isolated is third. Art Collection at the inside fourth ahead of Lovesick Kitten, racing about 8 or 9 lengths off this breakaway leader. A length and a half in front of Edge of the Nile, then comes Logic, and then still far back to the trailer, Laser Loop. 22-2 for the opening quarter speed, and down the backstretch they go. Tugging and up into second is Art Collection, getting after Golden Lion, who's back down the pace some. Isolated is 3 wide. Latched on to Isolated is Lovesick Kitten under Jose Ortiz. And racing nicely, only about 3.5 lengths off the lead. Down at the inside, Musical Heart, then comes Logic with Edge of the Nile and Laser Loop. Around the far turn, 46-4 for the opening half mile. Golden Lion maintains the advantage. Art Collection races up into second. Ryder just took a look over his shoulder. He sees it has Isolated on the outside. Musical Heart working into the clear. Lovesick Kitten is buried. No place to go. And Logic gets started, and they're at the top of the stretch. They move through 3 quarters in 1:11-4. Art Collection strikes to the lead. Some racing room now for Lovesick Kitten. Logic over the top. Isolated, Musical Heart. 5 chances here. Art Collection for a lead. Musical Heart and Lovesick Kitten run on. The 2 favorites now to settle the score. Musical Heart digging in to win it. Lovesick Kitten was second. Art Collection third. Logic ran fourth. Then Isolated in 1:36-3.
The 2 favorites kicked on inside the final 16th of a mile. The victory goes to 3, Musical Heart, under Luis Saez, for trainer Aubrey Mirage and owner Joseph Bucci. Second 6, Lovesick Kitten, who might be one for the list. Didn't have a very good trip, while second, ahead of the 1, Art Collection, who ran third. We move now to the 7th race of the day, the start of the late pick 5, 1 mile over the main track, an allowance optional claiming event. Scratch number 3, Thirst for Victory. 6 to the gate. The favorites included 4, Iconic, and 5, Driven to Compete.
And they're off. Check back to last at the beginning was Iconic. Good start for the favorite, Driven to Compete, and he's heading right off for the early lead. Awesome Thought's going to try to go with him in the early stages. At the inside, Salute with Honors in no hurry. He's taken in hand and down toward the rail. Outside of him is Force ahead of Iconic. Drop back last is Unexplained. They exit the chute now with 6 furlongs left to run, and Jaramillo and Awesome Thought looked intent on getting to the top, and they lead now a length and a quarter behind a quarter in 24 flat. Driven to Compete is on the chase in second. Salute with Honor is now third, to the outside, and Force from fourth. The gray Iconic held up between horses, fifth under Louis Saez, and working 5 ahead of Unexplained, who's at the back of the group as they go to the half-mile point. The leader is Awesome Thought. He leads by a length and a quarter. Starting to rebid now, Driven to Compete second. Salute with Honor. Gaffleon's got his hands full of him. He's third down toward the inside. Iconic gets started 3 wide, racing ahead of Force, and Unexplained is at the back of the group through a 47-second half mile. Less than 3/8 of a mile to run. Awesome Thought maintains the advantage. Driven to Compete gets the chirp to try to go after him second. Salute with Honor continues to catch the eye. He's been biding his time patiently third. He'll look to get to the outside for a clear shot. Gaffleon just saw a peek to see if he can get out there. Now he'll swing out and try to get to the new leader, which is Driven to Compete. Driven to Compete now set down for the drive and has the lead. On the inside, an Awesome Thought from second. Salute with Honor going to try to kick home from third. Final furlong, Driven to Compete has the lead. On the outside, and Salute with Honor. He got in the clear but could not reach the favorite. Driven to Compete still there. Salute with Honor's out of time. Driven to Compete. Driven to Compete got the victory from Salute with Honor second. Awesome Thought third, and Iconic.
Number 5, Driven to Compete, won off the screen the last time we saw the son of Overdriven here at Gulfstream Park. He wins today, but he didn't get quite the emphatic victory as he did a time ago. The win is a win for Mike Rapoli, as Rapoli Stables, the winning owners, Todd Pletcher, the winning trainer, John Velasquez on board for the winning ride. To the 8th race now at a mile over the turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch number 4, Japonski, 7 to the post. The favorites were 3, All I Care About, and 8, Prue.
And they're off. From the inside, Tiger Paw was away well. There goes Prue from the top shelf, and Prue is put right on the engine here by Edgar Perez with 1 lap to go. Tiger Paw will race from second, Il Ferroni on the outside third. Perp settles in fourth, a gap of 3 to All I Care About with Grand Chief to his inside, and the early trailer is Undercutter. Around the first turn they go. Prue going to try to back down the speed now. He opens a 4-length lead on Tiger Paw second. Il Ferroni on the outside is third. Purpose fourth in the green. A length better than the favorite, All I Care About. He's racing in fifth as Prue gets away even farther now. Grand Chief tossing his head about while under restraint, and Undercutter is last. Opening quarter was just 24-3. Nevertheless, Prue has bumped the margin to about 8. Second is Tiger Paw. Third is Il Ferroni. The jocks behind the leader don't seem too concerned. Out 3 wide on the course, All I Care About. Then Grand Chief, and the trailer is Undercutter, as Prue has this in his own hands. To the half-mile point, and Prue has the lead. He went the opening half-mile in 49-1. He still has a sizable head start on All I Care About. Rosario starts to care about the leader now, as he's within 7 lengths of the lead. Back to third and Perp, back to fourth, Tiger Paw. To the outside and running on is Il Ferroni, then Grand Chief and Undercutter with less than a quarter of a mile to go. Did Edgar Perez save anything in the tank on Prue? He turns first. He has a 4-length lead. All I Care About is second. Well clear of the others, so the 2 favorites to settle the score. 1/8 of a mile to go now. Prue still finding. All I Care About is cutting into the margin. It's Prue in front. All I Care About is second, but Prue stole it. And Prue goes gate to wire to win by 3. All I Care About second, Grand Chief third, and Tiger Paw in 137 flat.
Gotta like the job that trainer Cheryl Weinbaugh is doing in her first South Florida winter, as Prue gets a very easy lead. Strangely run affair. Edgar Perez opened Prue up by at least 8 or 9, but nobody went with him, and he didn't go fast. In the end, he had something in the tank to get the victory for owner Megan Weinbaugh. 3, All I Care About second. 2, Grand Chief ran third. We move now to the 9th race of the day, the first leg of the lead pick 3 at 7 furlongs over the main track. Allowance optional claiming event. Price tag here, $75,000. Race time favorite was the comebacker, number 2, National Flag.
And they're off. Was a good start for the 2 favorites. Bel Tapiserie on the outside of National Flag, and these 2 get acquainted. It looks like Bel Tapiserie will clear, at least for now, leads the way a length and a quarter. Acor is up to second, National Flag with a decision to make from third. In between horses, Ella's My Love is now fourth and tapping on the brakes ahead of Silent Tiger. Then Admiral Jimmy, and the trailer is Handsome Franco. Johnny V looked like he wanted outside with the favorite, and he got outside as the leader is Belle Tapisserie, 3 parts of a length. National Flag is now in the flanking position, second. 3 back to Ella's My Love, third. Acar worked along by Castellano in fourth. Then Silent Tiger driven by Masonette, fifth. Back to Admiral Jimmy and Handsome Franco as they round the far turn. Less than 3/8 of a mile to run through a 23-second opening quarter speed. It's Tyler Gaffleone and Belle Tapisserie with the advantage, a length and a quarter. National Flag is now given the green light to make ground, not doing it yet. Driven hard third is Ella's My Love. Acor is fourth, then Silent Tiger with a quarter of a mile left to go. With the lead, still Belle Tapisserie. Gaffleone sitting chilly, and he's still in front. On the outside, and National Flag second. Ella's My Love third, 3/16 from home. It's Belle Tapisserie with the advantage, but National Flag starts to get motivated and then straightened up by Johnny V now. And here's National Flag at 3-5 to overhaul Belle Tapisserie, who's game while second, but second he is to National Flag, who's a comeback winner. Belle Tapisserie second, Ella's My Love third, and fourth was Acor.
Inside the final 5/16 of a mile, you had some concern if you were on the favorite National Flag, as Belle Tapisserie was traveling pretty well off the top of the turn, but the son of Sveitstown, National Flag, just kept along, and he ended up collaring Belle Tapisserie at the 8th pole and drawing away for a pretty easy victory. It's a good comeback start for trainer Todd Pletcher and Johnny V on board. 2 wins for that combo today. National Flag is owned in partnership by SF Racing, China Horse Club International, and WinStar Farm.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hartacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hartacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hartacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow here at Gulfstream Park for the second leg of the Road to the Florida Derby series. We're just 1 leg away from that Florida Derby. It's the ExpressBet.com Fountain of Youth Stakes. A variety of stakes races on the card, including the Fountain of Youth, which goes as a 14th race on a 14-race card that gets underway at 11:30. 10th race of the day at a mile and 16th over the turf. Maiden claimers in for a $50,000 price tag. Joel Rosario rides 5. Marriage Counselor, 8 to the gate. And this was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. From the center, Marriage Counselor was away well, sent up on the outside, Repair the World, and Mr. Discretionary is not far away. In fact, Mr. Discretionary will take the lead narrowly as they charge to the first turn. Repair the World is up on his outside and now marching forward from Marriage Counselor and then Cullum Road at the rail. 3 wide is Papa Joe racing ahead of Gato Guapo and True Conviction, and it's a gap of another 6 to Amplify, who has no early speed and is last of all as they race around the first turn. Nick Juarez puts Repair the World on the engine, leads at 3 parts of a length. Papa Joe second. Back to third is Mr. Discretionary behind a 23-2 opening quarter. Marriage Counselor is fourth for Joel Rosario with Cullum Road at the inside. Followed by Gato Guapo, then True Conviction, and Amplifies a bit closer at the back of the group as they go down the backstretch. Up front, the leader remains Repair the World. In front to half a length, pressure coming from Papa Joe second. Mr. Discretionary won the start, but he was reined back to run third under Irad Ortiz Jr. Tries to re-rally through a 48-2 half mile. Marriage Counselor is next. True Conviction's on heels. Batista trying to rein him back and pick out a spot. As they round the far turn, there goes Gato Guapo on the outside. So Zayas is the first to move. 3 wide on Gato Guapo. That sends Ortiz into riding mode on Papa Joe, and down at the inside, Repair the World. These 3 across the course. Back to fourth and Mr. Discretionary. Cullum Road getting out from behind traffic. These top 5 have kicked clear of the others, led by Marriage Counselor, and they're at the top of the stretch. From the inside, it's still Repair the World. In front by a neck, Papa Joe second. Banged around now is Mr. Discretionary. Down the outside in Cullum Road. Mr. Discretionary getting on track, and so is Cullum Road on the outside. These 2, Cullum Road is running on, and Cullum Road is in time. Second, Mr. Discretionary. Close for third, Repair the World, Papa Joe. Then Gato Guapo in 142 flat.
Favorite gets up to win today's 10th race is number 2, Cullum Road, with a strong stretch kick under Tyler Gaffleone for trainer George Weaver and owners Parent Racing Stable and West Point Thoroughbreds. Number 6, Mr. Discretionary, ran excellent while second, ahead of the 7, Repair the World, who finished third. 11th and final race over the main track at 6.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Rider change on 4, That's Artie's Boy to Relu Gutierrez. Rider change on 7, Put 'em Up to Tyler Gaffleone. 10 to the gate. Final race favorite was the 9, third man in.
And runners away. Illustrious Son away well, so too was outside looking in. Now from between horses, here's Frosty the Dragon moving up. Third man in, away in the top flight, alongside That's Artie's Boy with Mo Bourbon in between. Logjam for the lead with Frosty the Dragon coming away with the front. Frosty the Dragon at the 5 furlong point leads a half a length. On the outside and racing into second is third man in. Widest of all, Illustrious Son. Parked at the rail is That's Artie's Boy. Mo Bourbon between horses. That's a half length back to the inside to R. Sarge, moving up on the outside and put him up. Put him up is off the speed today. Out wide on the course and getting out very bad on the turn is Hail to Victory. And Mass Approval's at the back of the field as they round the far turn. That's because the 9 third man has been pulled up. The 9 third man in is pulled up as they round the far turn. That's Artie's Boy now takes the lead. Frosty the Dragon is second. Trying to work into the clear for an opportunity is R. Sarge. Mo Bourbon 3 wide and on the attack. Up a 4 to Hail to Victory. They're at the top of the stretch. That's Artie's Boy tries to spring the shocker. Mo Bourbon to the attack, second into the clear now. Here's the run from Night Rhythm, and in between horses R. Sarge. 1/8 of a mile to go. Night Rhythm unleashed now on the outside, and he's up to take the lead, but Mo Bourbon fights with him. Mo Bourbon digs in game. Mo Bourbon will not let Night Rhythm by. Mo Bourbon will let it. Night Rhythm was turned away second. R. Sarge third, then Mass Approval and That's Artie's Boy in 1:18 and 3.
Game performance here today by the son of Uncle Mo, Mo Bourbon, who turns away the stretch challenge from Night Rhythm to get the narrow victory. Under jockey Edgar Perez, who continues to turn some heads, he and Carlos Montalvo has made an impression since moving their tack from Chicago. Mo Bourbon is owned by Imaginary Stables and trained by Elizabeth Dobles. 3 Night Rhythm second, 2 R. Sarge ran third. We had a carryover into the Super High 5 going into tomorrow's action, as well as a Rainbow 6 carryover, but the guarantee kicks in with a guaranteed pool in the Rainbow 6 of $3 million. That's to go along with the Late Pick 5 guarantee of $500,000. And tomorrow's Late Pick 4 on ExpressBet.com Fountain of Youth Day is $750,000.
And that'll do it. Another 11 race card in the books on this Friday, March the 2nd. That means we're on to a big weekend here with the ExpressBet.com Fountain of Youth. Happy handicapping. Best of luck at the windows. And we'll see you tomorrow at Gulfstream Park. Good night, everybody.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.